Hey sneaker friends! Today I'm going to do another Nike versus Adidas comparison. Now I think these two shoes are very similar. However, there's some significant differences in why you might buy one over the other. We're going to look at Nike's Pegasus Turbo versus Adidas's Solarboost. Both of these shoes are new models this year. The Solarboost came out earlier in spring. It's $160. It's available on Adidas's website in a few different colorways. I ordered a women's 7.5 and I do feel like it fits true to size. The Pegasus Turbo came out early August, late July. It's $180. I also ordered a women's 7.5 in this model and I do feel like it fits true to size. And please note that the forefoot is a little bit short, but I did not notice that after the first few uses of the shoe. If we start with the outsole of these two shoes, the Adidas has the Stretch Web Continental Rubber. The Stretch Web Continental Rubber started at about 4 millimeters thick and about a hardness of about 70. As you can see in the midfoot here, the lugs are almost completely gone. They were about 2 millimeters thick with a 2 millimeter web, and unfortunately they've worn mostly away and I only have about 50 miles on this shoe. The Turbo has rubber in black and pink, and then it also has the React foam in white. The Turbo's outsole is about 3 millimeters thick and it's about a hardness of about 65. The React foam you can see here is exposed and there is wear concerns for that foam. But if you take a look at both of these shoes, they both have about the same miles on them, around 45 to 50, and the React foam still has lugs. There were molded in lugs into this React foam. The lugs are still existing. Granted, they are in the midfoot of the shoe. The forefoot rubber of the Solarboost is almost completely worn away. Now this is a higher wear area, but I also would expect rubber to last a bit longer than the React. Head to head for these outsoles, I do think the Turbo has a better outsole combination. It seems to be a little bit more durable than the Solarboost. Midsoles, both of these shoes have great cushioning technologies in them. The Solarboost obviously has boost in the midsole. It has a 30 to 35 hardness. The Turbo has a layer of Zoom X foam on the top and React foam on the bottom, so it's a dual density midsole. Both foams are 35 to 40 in hardness, so this shoe, overall hardness foam, by taking a measure with a durometer, is slightly firmer than this shoe. Underfoot, you do feel that this shoe feels slightly softer than this shoe. Actually, it's considerably softer, squishier. It just feels squishier underfoot. However, this underfoot feels a bit more reactive, if you will. If we take a look at stability, the Solarboost has a heel counter, external heel counter, and the stability rail going all the way down the medial and lateral sides of the shoe. In addition, they have a torsion system in the bottom of the shoe with fingers that are going up medial and lateral side of the forefoot and the medial side of the heel. There's actually a lot of stability going on this shoe, and it's mostly, I believe, to help the boost, because boost is known to not be, because it's so soft, it just doesn't have a lot of stability in it. Now the Peg Turbo, there is an internal heel counter in the upper, but other than that, you won't see any more stability added to the outside of this shoe. There's no torsion system, there's no external rail or anything like that. They're using the midsole foams being a little bit firmer and the design of them to be the stability in this shoe. Personally, I don't notice a difference in stability. When I use the Ultra Boost versus Solarboost, you could definitely tell that the Ultra Boost was a little bit less stable than the Solarboost, so they made corrections here to make it more stable. But I do feel like both of these shoes are comparable in stability. Taking a look at the Sockliners, the Sockliners have a bit of a different philosophy in each. The Adidas Sockliner is closed cell foam. It started at about 5.5 millimeters. After 40 miles, it's compressed down in the midfoot down to less than 1 millimeter. So overall, it compressed quite quickly. In the heel, it also compressed down. The Turbo Sockliner, it's 5.25 millimeters and it's open cell foam, so a bit of a different foam than the closed cell foam in the Adidas. It has shown no compression whatsoever, and this shoe has the exact same amount of mileage as the Solarboost does have in it. So overall, the Sockliners, the Nike Sockliner seems to be not changing form or getting worn. where the Adidas Solarboost one is showing quite a bit of wear at this point. Both of the strobles in these shoes, they're about the same thickness, about 1.5 to 2 millimeters. They both have holes in them and they're both glued down. They're also both woven materials. Really, there's not much difference between the two strobles in these shoes. If we have a look at weight of the shoes, we know at this point that Boost tends to be a bit heavier than a lot of other shoes. The right shoe of the Solarboost weighed 253 grams and the left weighed 250. That's a total of 503 grams for the pair of Solarboost. The Turbo, the right shoe of the Turbo weighed 190 grams and the left shoe weighed 188. That's a total of 378 grams for the pair of Turbos. That's a difference of 125 grams, which is quite significant between the two pairs of shoes. So the pair of Solarboost weighs 125 grams more than the pair of the Pegasus Turbos. That's pretty significant difference, and other than price point at this time, that is the only other major difference kind of between these two shoes. If we take a look at everything head to head, the Solarboost is $20 cheaper at $160. It has a little bit more wear on the outsole. Part of the lugs are actually worn off the bottom at a 50-mile shoe, and it weighs 125 grams more than the Turbo. One of the benefits to the Solarboost, other than price, is that the Boost is so soft and it feels so soft and squishy. Now the Turbo feels a bit more responsive. It's $20 more expensive at $180, but it is 125 grams lighter per pair of shoes. In terms of fit, it does have a short toe box though, so that could potentially be an issue. All right, that pretty much covers my comparison between these two shoes. If I had to pick one, I would pick the Turbo currently, just due to the durability and the responsiveness of the cushioning system that's in it. Overall, I think these shoes are very similar. I would say they are comparable running shoes, but what do you guys think? Have you tried them both? Which do you like more and why? Overall, do you think $160 and $180 is just too much to be spending on a pair of running shoes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, I hope you have an awesome day. See ya.